Alright, we're live! I'm live. You might not be. Possibly you're dead. Or a robot. Reanimated, perhaps. Not sure. Okay, so, let's see. Belieber, thanks for subbing for a year. And that's it. Caught up, bam, just like that. Cypher Key, thanks for subbing. Swoo, thanks for subbing. Alright, today. Nuclear power. Well, we're working on it. Okay, so I think we'll start today with all the machines to make the stuff. We gotta make some nuclear powered fiddly bits. Do I have any plans for when I'll play Long Dark Story Mode Episode 3? I did. Oh, okay, yeah, I know, that's kind of weird. Episode 3 is on Twitch, and if you go to the Discord, in the Zod index, you should be able to find a link, at least to get to it. Yeah. Because we started saving... When I did episode 1 and 2, I think was before we started saving streams and archiving them and organizing them on Twitch. So, episode 3 is on Twitch. Alright, so let me check on my notes. We need to basically make a whole bunch of machines. Besides the water extractors, so a bunch of manufacturers, assemblers, constructors, plastic. I knew I brought that plastic for a reason. I really wish we could label. That's only going to get me 4. I know I have more plastic, I just don't know where it went. I had sort of a layout for this, but then it filled up, and so stuff just ended up kind of everywhere. Don't need all this concrete right now. Get rid of some of that. Give me one of those, one of those. Motor, rotor, stoter, cables, reinforced plates. cable. More conveyor belts. Well, for right now, I just want to organize the machines and sort of see what the space requirements are. We'll do belts after that. I'm not going to hook up belts at all until I'm... Eventually, we'll move it over there under the reactors, but I'm going to lay them out here to just sort of organize them and get an idea of what we need. Probably going to need some refineries. Pipes. Oh, now we're full. Okay, that'll get us started. 12 manufacturers. Oh wait, is this yeah, I did scale it because I was going back and forth on how many reactors. I think we're gonna stick with the 36. I thought about scaling up, and the funny part is, like, scaling up the number of reactors, as far as like laying the reactors out and hooking them up to water pipes and stuff, that part I have no problem scaling that up quite a bit, because really it's pretty straightforward when you organize the pipes all together and like link them up with pumps that are snapping to walls and stuff. That's not so bad to route that. But all the machines behind it scale massively, and I end up going from like, we need 200 machines to make the fuel rods to like 400 machines. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so we need 12 of these. I wonder what that even looks like. Boom! And these are going to make nuclear fuel unit. Since we've got 4 different inputs, I don't think butterflying these lines is a great idea. By butterfly, I mean having a line here and a line here facing each other that we merge down the middle. Makes the output super simple, but the output's always going to be super simple. What I might do is stack them on top of each other, which I think might make routing the resources easier. Because then you're just moving each one like up a short distance instead of looping it all the way around this big line. Taking a... Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of gets old. I thought I'd try something a little different. You can gather this stuff? Yeah, I know, but I have all the resources I need right there, and it's not very far. And we need a lot of stuff, so I'm not necessarily going to build all of it right at once. So it wouldn't necessarily be helpful, and I'd have to dig through all the different... Like, we need 6 for this one, or 12, but then we need, like, more of these later, and... I know. Reverse butterfly. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You are correct. But for now, I'm just going to put them down. So I'll get, like, all my pieces on the board, so to speak. Did I screw that up? Yep. And we're out of cable already. I guess I can get rid of, at least until this little area fills up, I can get rid of pretty much all the concrete. Well, actually, yeah, it's the reactors that take concrete. I don't need any more. Or at least not right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do anything off screen? Yeah, this whole platform wasn't here. I put all that up there. They weren't all up there. There was only a few. I put all this up here. And I did some other miscellaneous stuff over at the starter base. Bringing materials over. Stuff like that. Okay, so that's all just for the fuel rods. And they need... uranium cells, control rods, crystal oscillators, and some beacons. And I think... do all of those need manufacturers as well? It might take up quite a bit of space. Yeah, okay. Let's leave a little gap. These machines are big. Is this it? Infused? Yeah, infused. That's why I didn't see it. I was looking for the item name, not the recipe name. If I work without streaming, it's like I did some other stuff yesterday, and I also I didn't do enough for like a full stream. If I do stream too much, my voice does give out, and like my throat starts hurting a lot, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of part of it, but mostly it was like I did some other stuff, and I did that for like an hour and a half or two or something. Doop, 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 doop. It takes a lot of cable. More plastic. We're gonna need to place a lot of these. I'm not exactly finished with Terraria. I interrupted my Satisfactory playthrough to play Terraria, not the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 5. I did sort of run out of stuff to do, it's true. Like all the important stuff. Sort of did all the important stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, I see a lot of people doing this now on Twitch. In the Minecraft category, beating the game today, hardcore. Like, oh, that's what you think the game is? Killing this dragon? Okay, I guess. Boop, bop, boop, bop. Alright, so all of those are the uranium cells. Each of these take 4 ingredients. But I'm just working on this one step at the moment. So we also need control rods or assemblers. That's nice. Oscillators are manufacturers, so I'll lay those out first. And the beacons also manufacturers. Good enough. Oscillators. 4. I haven't juiced any of these steps. I might do that to reduce some of these numbers, or to make like I'm trying to limit the amount of, because we still have a few very large builds left to do, and I wanted to save them for that. And I've got a total amount that it's possible to have, like in the 1500s. Alright, insulated crystal oscillator. There's that. Then we need the beacons. Only 2 of those, that's not so bad. It's not lined up. Alright. Missing. We're gonna need to make some assemblers in a minute, but I got lots for those. Those are much easier to make in terms of the item cost. Okay, where was I? Here? Alright, these beacons. So, this block here is the actual fuel cells, and the rest of this are the 4 ingredients for the fuel cells, minus one of them, which is the control rods. Yeah. Which is going to be much easier because it's these guys. It's one of the Prime Thanatos, Synthwave, whatever. There's a bunch of them. That channel is like constantly live streaming Synthwave. You just click on one of those, kind of all the same. It's generic stuff that's not like gonna get me DMCA'd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, step 1. How much space have we taken up? I guess we could... Might be useful to measure the amount of space under there. I mean, it's going to be quite a bit. I'm certain we'll have more than we need. But it might be useful to know, like, just how much space do we have? Like, how many layers can I put of manufacturers? And still have space for the water extractors. So that's the fuel rods. And I kind of forget what they all are. Like, the beacons are down there. Fuel cells, the other thing, and the other thing. Oscillators. No. Oscillators and control rods. Infinite crystal? You mean the power shards? Yeah, technically, but it seems so grindy and just like boring. I'll just plan around the actual cap, which I like going around and like collecting them from the slugs. That's fine. I like exploring. It's fun. Little change of pace from always conveyor belt this, conveyor belt that. But like the RNG of feeding them to the getting the dogs to like, no thanks. Nuclear's more complicated. Yeah, I guess there's more steps. Nuclear power in Factorio has a lot of subtleties that this does not have. With the percentage stuff and the turning the dark green stuff and the light green stuff and like making sure that you don't run out of either and keeping things balanced. That's actually more... I would consider that more complicated. This has more steps and bigger machines. But this is actually going to be a lot simpler than the heat sinks. It's going to be simpler because it's more or less linear steps. Put the ingredients in the machine. That's it. But the belt routing, yeah, the three-dimensional belt routing does add complexity that Factorio just doesn't have. Different type. Alright, so... that was... all that is the, for the nuclear fuel unit. It kind of... it's a little pet peeve when I hear people say nuclear. Nuclear. CL. Nuclear. Uranium cells, control rods, crystal oscillators, beacons. Beacons are pretty straightforward. We should just tackle like the most complicated one first. Uranium pellet. Actually, most of them are going to be pretty simple. Okay, so we can actually go look, instead of me like looking off screen, we can look at the actual recipes in the UI. Okay, so this is what we need. We feed this plus water into the reactors, and that gets us oodles of power. Every single one of those is 2.5 gigawatts. So that's pretty good. We need fuel cells for that guy. Uranium pellet. Oh, we can actually see... am I using the default? I'm not using the default. But we're going to need more real estate on this platform. That is definitely apparent. Sulfur, straight from an ore patch. Silica, one step with the constructor. Quick wire, one step... no, two steps. Because we got to smelt it. But smelter to constructor or whatever, that's very simple and doesn't take up much space. It's not the big boys. So what about the pellet? The pellet is a refinery. Okay. Turns out I do need that concrete. Oops. Oh, okay. Guess I went up quite a bit higher than I need to. I should leave a little bit of a roof here, though. So let's do... No. This one. Do. Whoop. All right, these are making pellets. And that is just the uranium straight from the ore, the patch, and then sulfuric acid, which comes from refinery. Let me put a bigger gap. Okay, sulfuric acid, which is just sulfur and water. Very straightforward. We need just one water extractor for both of those. We need one water extractor for every one of the refineries, but only one to do the rest for the sulfuric acid. So that's actually pretty straightforward. Water goes in, sulfuric acid comes out. Can't explain that. And then sulfuric acid, what is there a output? Oh yeah, we get some sulfuric acid back, which loops back around. Do I need to worry about head lift shenanigans for that? No slug emote? I was thinking of making one, or having one made. You like my videos? Thanks. I wonder, yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I need to, like, be putting up tutorials and stuff. This is how you use a pipe. Put the pipe, connect the pipe. Here's your tutorial. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. 1, 2. Alright, so that's actually pretty straightforward. That is the pellet, right? For the uranium cell, then sulfur. Silica is simple. How many we need for the silica? 4 constructors, no biggie. Quick wire, 4 constructors and 3 smelters, no biggie. I'm trying to take care of the big stuff first. Control rod, I put out already, which needs, stators and AI limiters. Let me get some concrete. All people want is UHC? That can't be right. Zoop. Okay, I'm trying to think, like, I want a sense of the amount of space that things take up, so then I can maneuver them around like we're playing Tetris into a shape that makes sense under there. So I don't like, oh, I need this next step. I don't have space in this part anymore or whatever. So I'm trying to think how to organize it. Crystal oscillator. Let's just look at the different recipes, maybe. Beacons are real simple, right? Plates, yeah, just simple constructor and smelter stuff. Alright, so we don't need to worry about no stinking beacons. The uranium cells are right here, and we did part of the uranium cell up there. So we did the pellet upstop. This is easy, that's easy. Okay, not worried about that. So, control rods and oscillators. We'll take up some space. I'm trying to figure out where I put the next section. Quartz crystal, simple. That's rubber. I think for that, this is for the crystal oscillator. We need like just a few refined. I guess we can go ahead and put it down though. And the AI limiter. Those are also assemblers. Just copper sheet and quick wire. Okay, so maybe we'll lay out the rubber refineries, because refineries are big. They take up space. Even though we don't need that many. We need a total of... it's like 7 refineries for this. And I guess I'll just put them above as well, like these. How does one limit an AI? Well, you put them in a bed and then you sort of shackle their feet together and you grab a sledgehammer and you hit them in the feet and like ankles, hobbling them. Oh no, wait, that's misery. Yeah, I don't know. I've never hobbled an AI. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or technically we're above this. Maybe I'll try to keep it above the thing it's related to. Right here. Placed one. I don't know where it went. Make it dumb. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Okay, so we're going to use simple recipes because we don't need a large amount of stuff. There is something in the way of that. Something in the way above. We're not going to run out of local resources. There's a lot of resources on the map, and you really have to be doing something ridiculous to have to pick some of the recipes that are quote-unquote more efficient. Because what they really end up doing is they make it so you've got to, like, extremely... can't afford... They complicate your build. Which makes it less efficient because it takes more time to make, because there's no automation in terms of factory construction. Pipe. This is probably good. Can we get some more of these? I guess my inventory's full. 64-bit bear thinks what's up. 73 months. Well, I'm really, man, I might need to go look for some extra hard drives eventually, because I am still missing one of the +5 inventory recipes. Is it a tesseract? No, we're in 3 dimensions. Technically... Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. What am I doing? Just need these. Okay, so simple rubber recipe. And we got to get rid of the residues. We're going to turn it into coke. And then sink it. I suppose we could... this is better than normal coal. I suppose we could run our truck on this. But it's probably simpler to just give the truck normal coal, so I don't have to worry about this process always being active to always give it fuel, because it's never going to stop even when the containers are full. Anyway, we are making rubber, not residual rubber, just rubber. Residual rubber is a cool... like production chain that takes a ton of space and is like more complicated than it's worth, unless you're doing like a stretch the resources of the map to its limits kind of thing. You hate how they don't line up with foundations. These ones do. I just started offset. They do line up with the with these. They line up with these. This thing's offset. Hey, Jim Morin, what's up? And these ones down here line up as well with 2 of these, I'm pretty sure. I think. If I were to... Maybe these ones don't. Maybe if I line them up properly, I think they might. I think so. Yeah, if I nudge that one over, I think it would. But then you would have to put like a little space in between them because they take up a little bit more than 2 foundations. Okay, so that's the rubber for crystal oscillators. I guess we can go in quartz crystal. I'm not going to lay out right now, but we can do the AI limiter because those are assemblers, which are the next tier down in terms of footprint. We need AI limiters for two different things, and for this build, I combine them into one block. And I'm wondering if... I don't like that idea anymore. I might change that, but for now we can just put them all down. Because we also need AI limiters for the control rods. 24 AI limiters for the control rods per minute. 7.2 for the oscillators. But we need, as of right now, without doing any power shard stuff, I need 7. Oh. Slope to sleep. What song is it? I don't know. It's just random Prime Thanatos synthwave video stream thing on YouTube. Five, 6, 7. All right, so those are all the AI limiters. Hey, limiters. Quick wire, simple. Copper sheet, simple. And when I say simple, I mean uses a tiny machine or a few tiny machines. Okay, so I think we were here trying to take out the big machines. Yeah, we got to limit those AIs. Shoot them right in the kneecaps. We did that, we did that. Quartz crystal is just constructors. All right. What are these? The beacons? Beacons are straightforward. Stator. These are more assemblers. This is, okay, so the AI limiters. Oh, that's nice. I guess it worked out in terms of where I located them. We need AI limiters for those, and that's what these are right here. So some of them will go here, some of them will go there. AI limiter. AI limiter. Depending on the layout, I guess they could end up being all in one block and be no big deal. So have I taken care, besides the stators, have we kind of taken care of all the bulky stuff? Oh, yeah, see, we're kind of done with all the big guys, I guess. That's nice. I think so. So we're going to end up actually with quite a bit of space underneath there to play with. Okay, so let's do the last of the assemblers. Video paused. Yes, continue watching. Are you still there? I'm looking for where... Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, I might do some power shardaging to try to reduce footprints. Let's see, can I... Let's extend this by 1 so I can put another row of these. Is the AC still there? Is it still there? What do you mean, is it still there? Yeah, it got fixed. And it has not broken. That's... I hope it doesn't. Oh, that'd be terrible. Okay, so then steel pipe, steel wire. So we're down to constructors and smelters and stuff like that, and foundries. So how much space does all this chunky stuff take up? Not too bad for what's going to end up being 90 gigawatts of power. Is that... Wait, how much did I end up... Yeah, 90 gigawatts of power. We'll have more than enough room, pretty sure. Okay, so I guess we'll start laying out the smaller stuff. Once it's all out here, then I can just move it around and don't have to continually fiddle with inventory as much anyway. All these have the big boy subcategories, so this one is actually taking care of all the ingredients. Production lines have been laid out. We just have to do the ingredients of the ingredients. Okay, so sulfur straight from the ore patch. Silica. This is for the fuel cell, or the yeah, fuel cell. Silica. Constructor. Okay, silica for constructors. 2, 3, 4. Technically 4.1, so I'll just put out a 5th one. A little bit awkward, but I mean, does this... Do I power shard silica constructors? I don't know about that. Maybe. It depends on the total amount that it, like the build would require to make it a little more streamlined. Like if I bump them all up. The thing is, like, I would want to get it down to 3. So like if each shard gives you 50% power on top of 100%. So if like getting it to a good ratio means I'm putting the percentage up to like 103% or 107%. It feels like a waste of a power shard. If I'm getting closer to 150%, then it feels okay. 5 is just I find 5 an awkward number, so I might change that. And then we also need, what, quick wire? Quick wire. Quick wire, also constructor. Also 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do. Then we need some smelters for the ingots for that, which is just 4 of them. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, so that's everything there. Like literally, well, except for there's some sub-items for the uranium pellets, but we took care of that, and that is all laid out, all the machines for it. The pallets were what, up here? Oh, did I already do this as well? Oh yeah, these are the pallets. Oh, okay, so I guess we have all the machines for that part. For the pellets. So that's the fuel cells. And we gotta do the control rods, which I put down here, and that's part of what that is, I think. Put the those two down there are the beacons. The beacons are pretty simple as well. Quartz crystal. Okay, so we laid out the plastic and we laid out the AI limiters. Well, we have to do the sub-items for the limiters, but I have the assemblers for the limiters. We got to do quartz crystals for the oscillators. Maybe I have room up here. Okay. This was rubber. Okay, so that's taken care of. I did the whole rubber section. There is oil right there. There's actually when I searched for coal, it told me that the nearest coal is over there. There's actually a tiny little mushroom coral reef island thing that's got coal on it right underneath our area. So we're going to have coal directly at the, you know, on the spot. Pretty cool. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep going down the chain. AI limiters next. Ooh, mouse. And maybe down here we have a lot of room. Sure. So these are AI limiters, copper sheet, quick wire. for the copper sheet. This is like one of the bigger sections for the constructors. Maybe I'll finish this up. Oh, I am out of the concrete. I don't need all this plastic anymore. That might be enough. Alright, 16 of these. Cup sheet, cup sheet. Then we just need some smelters for those. Let me just try to keep things straight here. I only put the recipes at the start of the chain. These are stators. Stators. Yeah, we haven't done those yet. We're working on the AI limiter. Where did that end up? Up here? It's up, it's above here. Okay, I guess I'll just put the smelters down here. We're sort of at the end. I think we'll have enough room. If not, I'll put some stuff above there so I don't have to build more platform because we kind of ran into a mushroom thingy. Okay, that's to make copper ingots for the sheets. Then we're back down to ore. Okay, so next we need is a quick wire. Autosave. And then smelters. There's there's more efficient recipes for a lot of these things, but the total amount of like Caterium is going to be way less than one ore patch, so we are using the simplest recipes that we can. For these ones anyway, not for the uranium stuff. I'm using some alternate recipes, but not as many as I could. Alright, so that's for some ingots. Whatever, Caterium ingots. Okay, so that is the AI limiter stuff. All of those. I think, okay, we have to do the stators and then the beacons, and that's it. And that'll be all the machines. Steel pipe and wire. Guess we'll go up here. Steel pipe. Steel pipe needs steel ingots. Then we need wire. This one I'm using. There's an alternate that makes so you can use iron ore, but I could probably just switch to the copper one. We're only using 300 copper from our ore patch. I don't remember what quality this was. There's probably multiple ore patches over there. I could probably just switch to a normal, because it would change the amount of machines, because the ratio is different. How am I getting up there? Oh. Oh, it's right there. Misjudged that a little bit. So this is, oh, it's impure, that's why. Because that gets us 300. Is that the only one? There's one on the other side of the lake. 300's not enough. It's almost enough. I need 312 by my current calculations. I could swap around some recipes to make use of it. Pating. There's some up there. Yeah, other side of the lake probably going to do better, because we're going to be building this stuff on top of the lake. There's only the one, it looks like. I don't see any others. Sometimes they're a little bit spread apart, though. I just need a tiny amount more. I guess that's why I'm using the iron recipe for wire. Because of that. I forgot. All right, let's go check out the other one. This one? We're bringing in Caterium for... I'd probably actually rather use this one, because I'm already going to need the Caterium from here. So if I gotta, like, route some belts, I think it's better to do it where I'm already routing other belts. But that, one way or the other, that 300 is not enough without changing something, so... Let's go take a look at that one. All I need, even if it's impure, that's... plenty. That's with sharding. With a tier 3 miner sharded, you get 300 from a impure. Oh, hello. Caterium. It's up there. Okay, so here's the Caterium we have to use, and that's just going to go down. I guess I could use a truck, I guess. It's kind of close. It's in that middle distance where either one's... Oh, it's right here. Normal. Okay, so that's 600. So I can either just use that one instead of... Well, I definitely need... Maybe I'll leave a beacon. I definitely have to use this one. I don't know if I will need the other one. I'll try swapping my recipes around. I wonder if that's the only one. Probably. Unless there's one up there. It's iron. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, big fella. Neener, neener. Okay, so I have 600 or 900. Hey, Ned. Okay. So where was I? Up here? We were doing stay towards. Oh yeah, and the wire. I was using it from iron because that closer node was impure, but it wasn't enough anyway. This one. Are these the numbers per minute? They can't be, right? No, this is the normal recipe. This is per minute, but it doesn't give me the whole thing per minute, which is annoying. So I guess I gotta look in a constructor. I don't have room. I guess maybe we could try it down here. If I doubled it up. So I was using this one, which is 22, 12 and a half. It's less efficient, but iron's kind of everywhere, so... But there is enough copper around, pretty sure. This is 30. Yeah, we'll use less machines, because it puts out more wire. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're using... I'm going to switch this to normal. Change that to 30. And what's that? Oh, this is annoying. Hey, I would really like to see this information back there. 15 per minute. Um, 15. Yeah, so now instead of using like, I don't even know what it said before. It said like 15 constructors, now we just need 10. Why is there nitrogen, carbon, argon in the title? It's a secret code. See if you can crack it. We need some smelter for reference. So we're going to make copper ingots instead of iron ingots. Copper. 30 and 30. Same recipe here. Just different ore. Yeah, but we need fewer machines then. So that's good. You see it when you build it, yeah, and you check it again and it's covering up. It's really weird. Like all the different machines have slightly different UIs, and they always manage to put the no power pop-up right in the information you want to look at. That's a little annoying. Okay, so I need to change my sums. For iron ore, no longer includes this cell. Oh wait, yes it does. That's not the right one. What are we doing? Stators. Wire, copper ingot, yeah, okay, here. P101. Okay. Iron ore went down to 393. Then we need to add this to the copper sum. Which is P101. Okay, so our the copper ore we need went from like 312 to 456, which is still less than that single normal tile. Am I going back to Factorio anytime soon? Not anytime soon. I'm in the middle of it. This is a big project, and I'm just like, I'm not even halfway done with this project, so no. But eventually, yes. It officially releases on Friday. Yeah, but, I mean, what does that even mean? What do you mean officially releases? That's just a marketing gimmick. That doesn't actually mean anything. Stators. Okay. So, recipes adjusted. Give me that. This is the wire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why aren't you... Oh, because this is curving. I see. Well, I mean, it's been continually updating for so long. What it means is they're going to update it less. That's what it means. Which I guess is kind of significant. But, like, the way games are developed nowadays, where things are trickled out over a long period of time, quote-unquote release is it's a vestigial remnant that's used purely for marketing. They were going to have, like, a big party in Prague, and they invited me to go. But it ended up getting canceled because of, you know, the world apocalypse impending kind of stuff. Which stinks, but, would I have gone? If there was no, like, travel restrictions, yeah, I would have gone. Okay, so that's copper ingots for the wire, for the stators, for the stuff. So the last machines for this entire build to place to see how much space we need is the beacons. Which I think are these two. Yeah, I've never been to Prague, so... that would have been a good enough excuse for me. Would I have taken the risk? If there was no coronavirus, what's the risk? I wasn't gonna go. Like, I told them before it got canceled that I couldn't go because of coronavirus. But I'm trapped in an asylum full of lobotomized monkeys who are like fueling a lot of the pandemic. So of course I wouldn't have been able to go either way. All right, beacons. Let me find them. Stupid people everywhere. Yeah, but there's a concentration. Like, I'm pretty sure we've, like... we don't, like, own the entire... If you look at the pie chart, though, we're doing pretty good as far as idiots are concerned. America #1. Okay. So this is pretty straightforward. We need iron plates, iron rods, wire. Oh, did I use the same wire recipe? Oh, we can change that one too. Because we have like way more iron or way more copper here than we need. And I think that was, what, 30 to 15 instead of 22 to 12? Do. So the actual iron we need is shrunk. So we don't need 171. Although I think I did the sums wrong for the iron, because we did. There's no way we have only one source of iron, unless I combined all of the different iron ingot stuff and steel into one. I don't know. I don't think so. No, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, copper. An additional 216. So now we need 670. Oh. We just went over our copper, our patch. But we can use both of them, I guess. Or I can switch it back to iron wire. I mean, we have 900. This is 300, that's 600. The iron I need is right there, but it would take less machines overall, so we may as well, right? One extra mining machine is no big deal. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh. Ah, oh no, okay. Damn, the way I had this laid out. Alright, I'm changing it back. Oh, damn it. Shoot. Because I tied all the iron smelting into one cell of my sheet. Now, I'm not worried about running out of iron ore. I had laid out the resources I need based on some recipes. And iron wire is less efficient, so it takes more machines than copper wire. I had set it up that way initially because this is impure. Not that one. This one. Well, I gotta come up here for Caterium anyway, so I may as well use this copper, which is right next to it, which is an additional 600. So we have enough copper. But the way I laid it out on the sheet, I like merged all of the iron smelting for the iron plates, the iron rods. I merged all that together, so I would have to like rebuild it a little bit. Which I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah. Curses. Okay, but what I can do is, because we're still going to keep the copper recipes when I can. I just have to rebuild the smelting part of it. The ratios are the same. Like, the copper ingot and the iron ingot is the same. So we'll need the same amount of machines. They'll just be divided different. So I can at least get an idea how much space we need. And, like, I'll fix the other problem later. Okay, but for the beacon, this is actually pretty straightforward. Beacons are there. Iron plates. 2.16. Okay, whatever. I just put out 3 for now. I might juice that. I don't know. It's probably not worth it. 1 for the iron rods. 1 for cables. And then all of that needs... Oh, the cable needs wire. One cable constructor needs 9 wire constructors. That doesn't sound right. But these are plates. Whatevs. This is rods. Cable. It should be 2 to 1, not like 9 to 1. Oh, that's because I combined my wire. Yeah, I set this up, like, I set up this big spreadsheet before I built any of my base at all. And through the process of making the heatsink area, I sort of figured out some, like, ways and changed some things of what I would like to do differently than my totally abstract number crunching at the beginning was. I don't think I'd do it this way. That's why we need those constructors. So I'm just going to put them down because the raw total amount of things we need will need this number of things. I'm just going to organize it differently later. I just want to know, like, what the space requirements are. 1, 2, 3... That's why we're up here. Six, 7, 8, 9. And then like 8 smelters for the rest. And close enough, that should be the maximum number of machines we need. Could be less if I supercharge anything. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah. Alright. All these machines underneath that for 90 gigawatts of power. Plus, you know, the belts to the mining patches or whatever. And trucks and trains and stuff. Crap like that. Video pause. YouTube, when did you start doing that? The new YouTube. Less convenient. More annoying. Would you like to try YouTube music? Would you like to try YouTube video? Would you like to try YouTube this, YouTube that? Oh, ow! Yeah, mid-roll ads have gotten really ridiculous. Like, I'm seeing multiple mid-roll ads in, like, 8-minute videos. So disgusting. Would you like to use an ad blocker? Oh. Oh, why thank you. Okay, all that. Under there. So I will probably start, since I see how much we need, I'll start with the last step and work backwards. How much do the machine... Oh, like, what's the overhead for this build? It's going to be about 5.5 gigawatts to produce 90, so yeah. Like, my total build, I'm just, like, making... I don't need this big of a thing. I just wanted to, because it's fun. What's the use of the radio tower? It's to get up on top and look around. Technically, you can power it up earlier in the game, and it will reveal the map for you. But I pretty much use it as a giant ladder. They are a little annoying to climb. You just fall, like, when you get to the top of the ladder, it just dumps you off into... If you're not paying attention, you just fall. Unlock map on the MAM. You get access to the map. It doesn't reveal the map. Like, it doesn't... The radio towers get rid of the fog of war, the black, so you can see what the terrain is. But, yeah, they are mostly pointless. Which is better? They're very... RimWorld or Satisfactory? They're very different. One, you're indirectly controlling people and, like, giving them jobs and stuff. It's a settlement simulator, like, manager. In this game, you're making factories. They're very different. I don't know how to recommend one to you over the other. Like, if you said RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, I'd be like, oh, well, of course, Dwarf Fortress. Duh. Okay. Almost out of jetpack juice. Technically, I just need enough to build... I guess I want enough to build the full 12. I don't know if I have enough inventory space for that, if I can find the plastic again. Oh, that's a partial stack. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 100 motors is enough. Do 120. Yeah, I got enough of that. I just need cable. 600 cable. I didn't know I have enough. Okay. Just need to make inventory space for it. Okay. So we'll start with the 12 manufacturers. On that level underneath there, and just measure out how much space we need for manufacturers, because they are going to... It's also important to think about how much space I need for the pipes, because I need to leave vertical, like a vertical hole for the pipes. Like this configuration of reactors, I just sort of put them there with gaps in between, but like because I hadn't figured out how much space we need for pipes, they could be closer together, farther apart, whatever. I just wanted to see like the total volume of what it would look like to have this many. Each one needs a pipe though, so we need space for 36 pipes to come up through the center, which I sort of assumed a 5x5 hole in the middle would be fine. Because that's going to affect where I put the next thing. Because we also need, like, the pipes need to go up to each of these guys. We also want the fuel rods going up. And then we need a line coming down for the waste to go out to the dumping spot. So if I have a big hole for the pipes here, I probably want this last step of the production line sort of right here on the other side of the train stop. This is the center. The pipes will need pumps. Yeah, that's what I'm building. So I guess each of these could have pumps on either side. That's the center line, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think 5x5 is enough, but it doesn't hurt to like actually place some to get an idea. It's about 2 per... You can do 3, I guess, but it feels super cramped. You can do 2 per wall tile, and it feels like you have enough space for power lines and stuff. So already that's 8. That one's wrong. They're really enthusiastic to line up with each other. 4 by 6, that's 24 already. What happens if I fall? I have a jetpack. And if not, it's water. Okay, yeah, so I think that's fine. That's 24. If I did the other side of this wall here, I would get another 12. That would be 36. Do I need these rotors? I don't think so. No. Where was I putting them here? Alright, I think that's 36. 6 times 6, 36. And we still have like, we've only used actually 3 by 3 of space, so we have a nice gap around the edge. I think 5 by 5 is fine. So we will just, I'm gonna leave myself like an additional platform of gap because we gotta route the stuff and send it upwards and split it and stuff. So we'll like have the production line, the machine end there. You've been enjoying the bangers. When did that become, like, the hip new term for music? When did that happen? I started noticing that several months ago. Oh, it's a banger. Which means it was probably happening at some point before then. I just didn't realize. Let me go ahead and save. Let me do a little savey save. 2012? No way. Alright, whatever. My jeans. No, in 2012 it referred to a hamburger, I think you'll find, if you consult your local historian. Okay, another thing. The pipes I could push backwards if... Like, I don't think I want the... Maybe we should think about how big the train is gonna be. Because what I don't want... I want the train to be completely consumed by the... I want it to, like, not be sticking out of the gap or whatever. So that's the locomotive. It's got to be a double-headed. So I guess it depends on how many wagons. It means more scared in Dutch. Wow. Three. So really, if I wanted to not be any further out than this, it would have to have 3 cargo wagons maximum. It's got to bring in uranium and sulfur. And to be honest, we don't need huge amounts of either. We need 137 uranium a minute. That's it. Do they stack? Yeah, there's no, they don't have collision yet. So we could have multiple trains. It's true. I just don't know if like one cargo wagon, because they do have like a, it's not super far away, but it's a decent distance to bring this stuff in. And the, oh, how much waste are we generating? 180, so it's about the same. We need 137 uranium, and we're outputting 180 waste per minute. Oh, yeah, it's... I haven't done extensive testing, but it's kind of similar to... I think it's similar to Factorio, where it's like a 1-to-2 ratio for the cap out your acceleration kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly how it works with double-headed trains. I don't know. One train holds, what, like 30 or 27 inventory spaces. So if it's got 1 wagon of uranium and 1 wagon of sulfur, needs more sulfur. I guess it also depends on what they stack to. I don't know what they stack to. Probably like 100 though. So the train has got... It's got at least 10 minutes to go to the... through its route. One train is probably fine, right? Like a... 1 cargo wagon for each. It feels like such a small amount. They have to go over here. I could always just double up trains, but I don't really want to do that because it just looks weird having them collide with each other. If I think if I played it safe and had a 4 cargo wagon train, that would probably be fine. But that would mean we need to push the pipes back so the train can be a little bit further in here. Which would affect the production line underneath. Okay, let's do another little thing. Let's see how much space... I guess I can go measure over here. Because we're going to have 2 rows of 6 manufacturers for our last step. So we can see how much... like how far that would push that. Is it going to push that outside of the limits of the build? They're like 2.5 or something. Foundations wide. A little bit over 2. So it's going to take like... Actually, I can just measure, right? It's about 16. So if I pushed the pipes back 5, that would definitely be enough space for the train. Or, the other thing I can do, I can have the pipes be on the left and the right. They don't have to be pushed this way. But let's go ahead and measure this, see what this says. What it's saying to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're out. Okay, we're already outside. But the train is not going to affect this. So actually, if we put the pipes half there, not only can I move the train station forward in so the trains are inside the build, I can move this one that way because the pipes aren't vertically in our way. So this is inside the build. So I guess that's what we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So then we could move these like 5 or whatever inwards. So we're underneath this. Like I don't know exactly what it's gonna look like when it's done. In terms of like giving it walls and stuff like that. If the base is a little bit bigger than here, that's fine, because it sort of mimics the shape of the reactor itself, how it flares out. But I don't want it to like stick out so much that it... We gotta find like just the right little touch. Alright, yeah, so I think that's the best idea, is to split the pumps, 18 on one, 18 on the other. We'll just maybe center them here for now. When I get to the actual routing, it might change a bit. Let's see, per wall we get 4. That's already 24 if I wanted to. Oops. Okay, so that's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess the overall layout, I was thinking like, oh, what's the cool looking layout I can do? It doesn't matter right now. Worry about that later. But yeah, that even makes the space limitations even easier. That's gonna be 16. Okay, 18. Whatever. Can't afford. Oops. Whatever. Are these upside down? Wait a second. No. In fact, this is the wrong level for these. We have to dump 6 per level. So I'm going to change layout anyway. I just sort of want a place marker. But like we'd have to put these lower because they're a little bit too high to hit that pipe. I need 1 there and 4 more there. And plus it's like it's also storage in a way, because I will have all the materials I need for this level of pumps right here. I just have to move them, which makes, as the build gets bigger, it gives me like less times I have to go restock from the storage and go back to the base and stuff like that. All right. It's just some of the work that happens in between the clips and the videos. Yep. Pretty much. Okay, so I guess we'll just say it's gonna be a 1-4-1. Although I might eventually, I don't know if it's like super slow. I could always update it to a 242. So all those are going to be. I just wonder how much space that would be. Because we need 2 platforms for each one. So it'd be 16 foundations. Which shouldn't be too hard. These are already 5. This is already at 11 back here. One wagon, 2 wagon, 3 wagon, 4 wagon, locomotive. So this would be a 141, would be sticking out here until we move that. Maybe I'll try to center the train within the build. I was trying to think, like, okay, well how far in do I put the thing? Because we have more than enough space in here. Where do I end the thing? Maybe I'll just try to center it. Because it's going to have, freight platforms that need to get unloaded. And we'll account for the potential additional space. Although the middle is an odd number. Ooh, awkward. Although it doesn't have to be an odd number. It's just an odd number right now. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. Because this is, like, there's already... I've got way more space than I need for routing pipes. That's not going to be a problem. I just wanted to bundle them because it'll look cool. But already we've got lots of extra space. So this is 5 wide. I'll just make it 4 wide, the center. And, like, this layout is going to change once we actually figure out what the routing looks like anyway. This is just an approximation. Okay, so freight platform. I actually can't build the freight platform without the main station first. So this would be... I'm getting confused trying to count in my brain. This is the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. 1, 2, train station right here. Why is that? Wait a second. You're supposed to, turn red if I leave a gap there. Oh, there we go. I don't know what side it needs to be on. So I can just swap that some other time. Yeah, okay. So this will be a locomotive, and potentially... I guess I could just go ahead and make it a 242. Why not? I have to look up what the acceleration rates are at. But we definitely have, like, way more space than we technically need. So I could add a second train station right here. Or would you just have a... I guess, I would turn this second one into an empty one, if I did that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter? I probably don't know, because then it'll show up as two different stops. I don't want that. So we want an empty platform there. If I did 242. Oh, that had no problem with the gap. I'm looking at locomotive information. So I guess the difference is between a 1-2-1 or a 1-4-1. The difference in round trip time is pretty minimal, like just a couple of seconds. Yeah, alright. So I think we'll build it as a 1-4-1, but I have, like, the flexibility to upgrade it if I need to, if it feels slow or whatever. Down the road. So this one is actually... This is the waste. And this one, technically could be shorter. Because we're outputting a little bit more than we're inputting. But the other train that's coming from the nuclear era is also bringing sulfur. It's bringing half... 2 wagons of sulfur, 2 wagons of whatever. So this one could even be like a 1-2-1. Which I might want to do that because... the area out there is smaller as well. Because if I made 4 cargo wagons here, I gotta make 4 cargo wagons out in the void. I don't think I want to do that. Or freight stations, whatever. Okay, maybe I should, let's update the one up top, and then we'll come back to this guy. How do I get up there? I might run out of materials. Now we're good. We gooch. It is a little weird that I got the raw resources on top and the output on the bottom. Does it matter that much? No, it doesn't really make any difference. Whatever. We got conveyor belt lifts. One, two. Just gonna basically mirror this one. Okay, so if this one's gonna be a 1-to-1 for sure, the one up there could be a... That's kind of weird that we have the big one below and or the big one above and the small one below, but that's just the way the terrain works out. Because this one is lined up with the shelf to get out into the void, and this one is lined up with the terrain going that way, where we have to go uphill. But this guy's can be smaller. So I could either center him as well, or just move him backwards. But right now it doesn't matter, because we're like mostly concerned with making sure we don't get in the way of the... When we build stuff underneath, I'm not in the way of like things that need to be above. Now goes nuclear. Getting there. Figuring out some larger logistical hurdles. Is this modded? No. Okay, 1, 2, and then, you know what, just for visualization purposes, I'll put an empty platform for the other. It might kind of like look cool, so it's not just like... Yes, we think of you too, opposite locomotive. You have a little place of your own. So that one could be pushed back. I'm either going to... I guess I should do the same thing up there. It's pretty unlikely I end up doing a 2-4-2. Whoop. But I'm either going to have the trains be centered on each other, or like both of them have the same endpoint here on the exterior. Am I going to do a series on YouTube for 1.0? Not 1.0 specifically. Oh, I ran out of concrete. Alright. So, no. So that's a no. But it's interesting, people keep asking me about it, so I guess the whole, like, 1.0 release thing is working. It gets people to, like, buy the game and stuff. People think it's significant. What's the music? I don't know. No. Just give me all that. Sort. Do I still have enough for my manufacturers? Nope. I do not. I think I needed, what, 600? Get a little extra. Still have 600 of that. Need some more framey frames. And motors. Wait, I have enough motors. Top it off anyway. So now that I moved, I guess we can be down here. Now that I moved the pipes to either side, we can move the production line on the bottom. It's probably still the best idea to have it towards the back, because it's the last step. All the raw resources, well, at least most of the raw resources coming in from this direction. With 2 exceptions. Maybe I'll just fill this out to the edge of where the reactors are currently. We want the line to end where we can immediately send it upwards to the reactors, so... Let's see what that looks like. I guess we're gonna need to split it in half. Oh, you know what? Okay, so we were thinking about how to butterfly to have like the inputs on the inside or the outputs on the inside. But since we put the pipes on either half, and there is a train station directly above us, we can't send the output directly up here. So we may as well have the inputs in the middle. Because the outputs, we're splitting our pipe outputs in half. We may as well split the control rod, or whatever the fuel cells in half, left and right. And since those are already split in half, like I don't need to recombine them. I don't need to have like a half of the production here, half of the production output there, and then combine them because they're getting split anyway. Yeah, so I guess we'll do the ingredients down the middle for this one. Which means that probably the feed lines are gonna, like the machines creating the ingredients are gonna come directly below. But it looks like we've got, I could probably do 3 levels of manufacturers and still have room for extractors. I need to measure it, but looks like I got plenty of space. Yeah, the Subnautica thing, that's one of the ones where I'm definitely going to wait. It's a little bit different, though, because it's not I mean, it's kind of sandboxy, but it's kind of very, or at least the first Subnautica, it was very heavily based on exploration. At least that's the thing that I like the most out of it, is the exploration. And so, yeah, I definitely want to wait for the full version for that. Come on. Boop. Come on. My rhythm. Can't get into my rhythm. It's because I'm looking at chat. That's the problem. Blame it on chat. One, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Okay, so let's just go to the dead center. We're going to be moving them. It was an odd number, now it's going to be an even number, so the dead center is, well, on this axis it's odd, this axis is even, so it's going to be here. We need at least, we need 4 inputs. So, like, the minimum amount of space that would take would be that. But, of course, it's going to take more space than that. So, we will take these guys and just give them, like, half a foundation or something of extra space. Don't want to see, like, where the output might end up. And the output looks like it's ending up similar. Like, this can get reconfigured, too. But we have space, I think. So what if I start kind of at the back here? One thing I'm definitely doing is I'm laying out all the machines before I put any belts in, because once we move all the machines under here, I might realize, oh, this looks really lopsided. I put stuff way back here, and now there's like this big opening under the refineries or the reactors over there, so I'm just going to be shifting things back and forth once I get them moved over. Because I'm thinking of like pushing the line back to here. But that might be like way more space than we need. I think I did it on the other... Oh, this is getting moved over by one, so I should do it here. Alright. Out of concrete. I guess I can place some of these to free up space in my inventory. It's gonna be 6 of them on either side. That's not quite half a thingy-dingy, whatever. Maybe the way I want it to line up is so that the last merger, is right at the point where I can do a belt lift. So that's 8. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go get some concrete. Do 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 do. Alright, so let's see, that was already 4. That's 5. Yeah, so 6 would be overhanging. So if I wanted the line to end with like the last merger and then immediately go up, that's probably not happening. How far over would I have to move it for it to work? Because these are going to get moved over by 1 space, so the edge is actually going to be here. So I got to move them over like the whole platform. I suppose we can just, let's do it this way. Oh, whoops. Kerboom! I just had an idea. I think I might want to, since we've got more space than we need, you know what'd be cool is if I put this behind these. How far apart would I have to spread these out then? Like a whole, well, like a whole space. Oh, that really takes up a lot of extra space. Because then I could create like this hollow tunnel through here. Might look cool. Since I've got extra space. Okay, so other idea. What if I just center the line? I think I have enough space to do that for sure. Have the merger here and the belt lift at the center point. And that would work out fine if the line is centered. Then the belt lifts up, you know, approximately there. So this would be... Oh, now I wish we had an odd number. Why did I make it an even number? What was that about? Train stations. Yeah, secret tunnel. Not a secret one, just an extra one. Just a cool, like, little visual thingy. Because the thing's gonna have, like, a skin on it. So, like, the belts supplying this could be outside, so to speak, and the machine's inside. But this would be, like, hanging, suspended over the water. Okay, the train station lining up with the overall build, not super important. This idea, okay, so maybe we'll go back to an odd number. I'm just thinking out loud. Because then with this new idea, I would need this gap here because I'm spreading them out, like. So if I'm gonna do that, they gotta line up with the platforms. And that's too close. Stick aside. Wow. With the Prime membership, thanks, Stick Aside. So, like, what I'm thinking is we're gonna have... Let me go and put the one over here. So the machines are going to be inside the builds. The belts supplying them are going to be outside with just like void in between. I don't know. We still have like way more to build beneath here. And if I'm splitting this in half, like our... I don't know. It's just an idea. It might not work even. It might be... We'll see if I can continue this downwards. We need extra space. We're going to do it this way because of the... because they're a little bit wider than 2. But I think I've got extra space, so it's okay. I still gotta pick up... Did I pick up that container? No, I didn't pick up that container. Okay, so this is once again the center. We went back to odd numbers. Gingerbread, thanks for the sub. Where do we make green science? There is no science. Science is dead. Oh, that's true. There are green slugs. Yeah, okay, so that's the analog. True. True. Good point. Kaboom! Okay, that's all of them. I guess we'll need... Let me go ahead and expand outwards a little bit. I guess if I want to play with the inside-outside thing, I could have another... Oh no, well, I guess I still could, but it's a little bit weird because this is on the center now. Have it go like outside the walls and then back inside and stuff. Video paused, you son of a bitch, YouTube. Yes, I'm still listening. Gingerbread, thanks for gifting subs. Oh, you know what? Didn't they launch like YouTube Music a while ago and they're always like bugging you, hey, you want to try YouTube Music? You want to try YouTube TV? You want to try YouTube this? I bet this is YouTube's passive-aggressive way to get me to use YouTube Music. You know, at some unspecified point in the future, they're going to be like, hey, do you want uninterrupted listening to music? Try YouTube Music. Here's your free trial, and then it's going to cost a bunch of money. Am I using... Yeah, it's Chrome. I guess it could be Chrome. They're both Google. Which is basically Skynet at this point. 1, 2, 3. I love counting. The hell? But yeah, I do need to switch. It's true. All right, that's a little tight. We can move outwards a bit. Maybe just center here. I don't know exactly what's happening with the pipes above here, so this is probably going to change. What I should not do is place belts. Each one of these dudes, we're doing like 7 fuel rods a minute. It's going to be pretty sparse. So right now, I'm just going to put them there. Because who knows? I was thinking about actually like starting to build the belts. That's a mistake. But we can put the mergers. You don't need a merger. Alright. These are pretty likely to stay put, so I guess I'll go ahead and give them recipes. Nuclear fuel. I really want a copy and paste gun. It would be lovely. You thought they were mergers. Or they were speakers. They are. I think they added, just reminding me, totally unrelated, well, semi-unrelated, that they added the ability for mergers and splitters to get put on, like, overlapping with lifts. I don't know if that's only in... because I don't think it's quite working right, so it might just be an experimental right now. Yeah, I think it's just an experimental, but I guess it's in an experimental? Oh no, maybe you can do it now. Still looks weird. The overlap. And it's facing the right way automatically, so that makes me think it's working right. Like, that's not letting me... it's connected to this in terms of the direction the belts are going. Because it's not letting me put the output against the flow of the belt. It's going to interfere when you try to belt it. When I try to belt what? Oh, you mean... yeah, I'm not going to do it now, because I think it's still kind of buggy, is my understanding of it, having not tried it myself, but that was the thing. I mean, they already look weird, the way that like these connection gaskets already don't quite overlap the normal way. There's a whole bunch of connection stuff that needs to be refined. Okay, so we got 4 items going down through here. And I guess getting built getting built beneath us. Where did that go? Z fighting. What's this, 4? It's 4. Okay, so we'll build down 4. Okay, but if it was encroaching or whatever, it would say that instead of, like right here it says floor too steep, so I think that seems good. No, hang on. Okay, so I can line this stuff up, I'm going to take out the corners up here. Just so I can look up and see where I am from below. Maybe in the center. This is the center. And then once I built a little bit of this, I should do a little bit of measuring, see how much space we have beneath here. We'll probably build down for the rest of, like, the floor below will take care of the rest of the assemblers. And then we'll come back up and down for all the other machines. And we just need vertical space for the refiners, which are taller, so they'll have to have like a little carved out section. But I want this space to be kind of hollow, so I guess I'll just build here. And then there. You once witnessed Zisteau kill a man for a modest bowl of banana pudding. There was enough to share, but he had no such intentions.